Why, the rumors just don't make any sense. Yeah, Giga Mexico is a myth. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. Electric reporting on the Reuters report that Tesla's going to build a factory in Mexico City, says government official. Reuters used to be reputable. They used to be a quality newswire. All facts, no fluff. But now they've got a paywall, and they like to chase the clicks. So, what have we got going on here? A representative of the president said, yeah, it's going to happen. It's totally going to happen. Tesla will invest there in an assembly plant to export directly by air. Okay, so if anyone sees this and thinks it's anything other than absolute nonsense, I'm not sure what to tell you. You don't ship finished automobiles by air. You don't ship much by air. Most things are shipped by sea or by rail. Yeah, it's going to be near Mexico City, real close, at T-MEXPARK. So here we are, T-MEXPARK. Nice. There's a whole lot of absolutely nothing here. I mean nothing. Well, I mean there is this massive airstrip, and I mean a truly big airport. This is considered the second civilian airport serving Mexico City, but it's actually not super close to Mexico City. It is a disused Air Force base. It's only decommissioned a few years back. And all the way down here is Mexico City. And don't let this fool you. This is very dense sprawl. It's one of the biggest cities in the world. I would like there to be a Giga Mexico City. I would be there for it. I love Mexico City. I've been there a couple times. Felipe Angeles International Airport. Wonderful. But it is an old military base. And they're trying to find use for it. And you can see why they would want to repurpose something like that. They've got good money in it. It's worth something. But an assembly plant just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, they've been pushing it as they need to, but that doesn't make it true. Reuters, as it was pointed out, might as well call it, they didn't fact check it in any meaningful way. They said, all we're reporting is that a government official is saying this. That's good enough. That is fact check true. You got to think it through. If that government official also said, and we're going to have cold fusion, would you be like, oh, okay, let me put that down and publish? It's lazy, and it's terrible. Do you know how many of these rumors we've seen? Is Tesla close to approving a Canada Gigafactory? This one I thought was a done deal, and maybe it still is. They've got a number of offices there already. There are a lot of people who will not relocate from their home country to work for a company. And there's a lot of people in Canada who don't want to live in Texas or Nevada or California. So this also hasn't materialized. Do you remember the one in Indonesia? This, I think, still stands a chance. Maybe not for cars. I think it makes very good sense for batteries since they have all the minerals there. Maybe it could be a megapack factory for that hemisphere. The president has made clear they don't want to make parts, they want to make products. But megapacks would be a product. We'll see. These rumors could all come true. They could also not come true. But remember, there was others. You know, Shanghai was supposed to have a new factory somewhere nearby. Some rumors said over here. Other rumors said down the street a bit. The drone pilots went out and tried to find it. And I think it's this article that actually gets real cotton-headed and says, oh yeah, by building a new factory on the site, that could add another 500,000 capacity. On this site? Where? Are you going to put it on the roof? This factory lot is full. It is all used up, my friend. And then, of course, there was the SpaceX facility to be built across from Tesla Gigafactory Texas. People really thought that just across the highway there, Tesla was going to build a factory to build Starlink terminals. And people were talking about this like it was a done deal. Yep, here, well, credit Joe Techmeyer. Joe was mistaken. That was a rumor he very quickly found out from drivers. No, we're thinking more like an office building. That's what the locals had been told who live in the area. So let's talk about it. Tesla is reportedly planning a $10 billion Gigafactory in Mexico. This is back in December. So this would have been the one. Again, it was Reuters, and they said the announcement is imminent. It could be in 2 or 3 days, but within the month for sure. And I said, this doesn't make sense. And I got a lot of pushback on that from people who are much more respected than me. And it was a valuable lesson. I need to stand up for myself. Because I know what I know. Why doesn't it make sense? A bunch of reasons. The cost of a car, only a little bit of it's the labor. Most of it is not the labor. So there's no real savings. Well, yeah, but it is cheaper. Yeah, but is it? It's not much cheaper, and you have to build a whole new factory. It doesn't make any sense. And why would you build it so close to Austin? I mean, that's really close. Well, they've already got parts suppliers there. Yeah, okay. That's not the same thing as a factory. It doesn't make any sense. And Austin is still expanding. You're not going to build one that close to another factory that's still expanding. And then, of course, you've got a little bit of cartel magic there in Monterrey. Yeah, well, Tesla has its own vehicle lane at Nuevo León. It sure does. Not for cars. I don't know what this guy's doing. It's a fast lane for parts, for trucks. And because this is on the side going into Mexico, it's for empty trucks to come and get your stuff. I don't know why this became this big rumored factory, but boy, did it. 8 years of homicide evolution in Monterrey, Mexico. Yeah, there's some security problems. 6 officers killed, 4 wounded in Mexico ambush after fighting heroically in outnumbered attack. We got the Las Zetas there in Monterrey. Do you really want your cars going through that? Are you going to have to pay bribes? Is that a cost of the doing business? There's no reason to put it so close. It doesn't make sense. So, Mexico City. Let's throw out the part about shipping by air, because that's ridiculous. The rail lines do exist, and they're not, this map doesn't do it justice. Everybody's rail lines look ziggy-zaggy, to use a technical term, and conveniently, these blue lines here are meaningless. They have no description in the legend, so that's great. But it's a long, long, long trek. Mexico City is quite far from the border, and really it's quite far from the Gulf of Mexico, from the ports on either side. Well, it'd be neat. You could load up a car hauler, descend the 7,000 feet of elevation, get back up almost for free. If you come into Mexico City on empty, you can get most of your juice going out. Maybe. But these are, again, one side or the other, but probably both are already drug corridors. I don't think this is where they wish to be. From a logistics standpoint, today. I could be mistaken. Now, bear in mind, any one of these factories could absolutely pop tomorrow. We could find out, no, not Mexico City. That's ridiculous. I'd love it. I'd be alone. We could find out that Nuevo León or Nuevo Laredo is coming. That could happen. But we haven't seen any evidence that suggests it. The rumors are just rumors. If I published every rumor I am shared by an insider, I would look like a crazy person. Not because these people are lying to me, but because they only know their part of their job. That's how it works. Even the personal assistant to Elon may not know which factory is going to be getting the final say-so. So here's the rail lines. Yeah, they're fine. It's just a tremendous distance. This This is not rail lines. This is a cartel map. These are areas where 7 to 8 cartels are present. This one only has 1 or 2. Monterrey, there's only 4. 3 or 4, I can't quite tell with those colors. It might only be 3 cartels operating in that region. I'm not a fan of that. I don't think that's necessarily beneficial. I didn't have any problems with cartels in Mexico City. It's the capital. They kind of go around it a little bit, I believe. It wouldn't be in their best interest to operate that close to the actual government officials. And even the scary parts of town weren't that scary. If you go looking for trouble, you'll always find it. But I also didn't go and make political speeches in small towns where I'm going to shake things up and really show those cartel guys the what for. Don't do that. But yeah, the presser says they're going to build an assembly plant in a grass field and fly things out. Fly out cars, I guess. Fly out megapacks. Those are extremely heavy. Fly out the bots. A new Gigafactory in a new location will not make sense until we have a new car. Until we have a new vehicle, a new product. And I think we're going to see that announced on March 1st at the Investor Day. I think when we see the compact car, we're going to see new factories, purpose-built to manufacture those. Did want to thank my patrons. Thank you guys so much. Reason I'm able to do this. I had a video that came out today about Elon being Person of the Year. Not for 22, but for the previous year. And how he seemed a little upset that he didn't get it for 22. And the video got really good feedback from patrons and in the comments. Only a few people seemed upset. It resulted in a net loss of 13 subscribers overall to the channel. It's a little frustrating. But what happens is YouTube doesn't show it to people. If it's only showed to you guys, I can't gain subscribers from the subscribers I already have. You're already here. You can't pull over. You've already pulled over all the way. I need new people to subscribe if I want to grow the channel. Well, there it is, and there you go. If you want to watch the complete 30-ish minute version, head on over to the second channel, My Tesla Live, where the whole thing goes out each Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, join in the conversation. Thanks as always to everyone else. Like, subscribe, do the usual thing, and stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the live channel. It is a mistake that I think I would have made as well. I certainly wouldn't have been. I didn't look at the tweet and go, oh boy, that was dumb. Which is crazy because that's what I say about most tweets, especially my own. I posted a picture of a chili dog. Maybe this is, I don't know what this is. I'm going. My tickets are booked. Producer Jeff and I will be there. Whether or not we get in, quite another matter. But I will be there, trying to cover as best I can. Dodge Ram designers smoking some good stuff. Predictions for Investor Day? We're over time. Sorry, I can't do it. No, my predictions are we will get to see the factory. We will get a hint of a new vehicle, or at least a philosophy for the new vehicle. I would like to think it's going to come out in more than one variant. I think we'll see a compact that's going to have 3 different designs for 3 different design studios for 3 different continents. But they'll still be homologated so they can be sold anywhere. And they will... Sorry, I just got stuck in a little joke there. For those of you who don't recall, who weren't in on the joke, it doesn't matter. And I think also we'll see some kind of a commercial design, but I don't know what. Maybe it's a van. Maybe it's a boring tunnel model. I don't know.